All right, so today, yesterday I found this lake out here in the 919 area that it's a private lake, but I asked permission to fish it, and they granted me permission to fish it, as long as I don't keep anything, which I don't do anyway, so this works. One of my good friends wanted to learn how to fish, so I figured today would be a good day to bring her along with me. So I'm gonna teach her how to fish, and I'm gonna kind of show y'all how I approach pond fishing as well. So, yeah, finna get right to it. Thank you for waking me up this morning and getting me on my way. Thank you for allowing me to see another day. Please watch over my mother, my father, my sister, and all of my loved ones, so that they make it through the day and see many more days. Please keep them safe from all hurt, harm, and danger. Please watch over me as I fish today. I'm here with my friend. Please watch over both of us and keep us both safe from all hurt, harm, and danger. So that no weapon formed against us shall prosper. Plead the blood of Jesus from the top of my head to the soles of my feet, so that no weapon formed against me shall prosper. In Jesus' name, amen. And help me catch fish. So while I'm waiting on Dawn to get here, make a couple casts up. Let's see if I can pick something. So,
Trick? Huh?
A trick. First secret to fishing. Stealthy. You know what stealthy means? Say you know what stealthy means?
Yeah.
Be as quiet as possible. Walk quietly, talk quietly, so you don't spook the fish. Yeah, that's scary. If this thing runs past it, it's gonna eat it out of fear, because it's gonna be a reaction. What the f is that? But they don't have hands to punch, so they hit shit with their mouth. Boy, they kill it by biting it. Come on. Nose hook this guy. Should I go? That's the bottom. So. Yeah. So boom, it's gonna sit in the water like this. And hopefully the fish comes by and eat it. If you have his mouth like that. And then all you do is yank the rod up. Choo, and the hook goes right into his mouth. It's pretty simple, right? The only thing I do is find the fish. Now, we're gonna walk to the other side. So I know they over there. Came out here yesterday, kind of good idea, but they on this side too. But they move to this side when the sun gets a little higher, because it's shaded on this side. So, all right, come on. I might do it quick. So I'm gonna set you up like right over there, and you just cast out, and we'll kind of walk there, and then walk to that little in between, so you don't cast into no tree or no shit like that. And then I'm gonna start over there and walk that way. And then, so yeah. It should be fun. Whatever you say, man. Just come the fuck on. Whatever, dude.
That's why you said 6:45.
Yeah. They eat early in the morning and late in the afternoons. So you can catch them other times too, but it's easier because they're already trying to eat. All right. All right, hold up one second before we go over the bridge. Try this spot right quick. Did you see that? I knew you were gonna come there. Did you see him try to eat it?
Huh?
Did you see him bite it?
I thought you were talking about ducks.
Nah, I was talking about
Oh, you almost had a fish?
a fish had it in his mouth to spit it out. Well, he swiped at it.
They wouldn't make good sausage.
Right. He was like, oh, no, that ain't it. All right. I'll be back for him later. He probably swam off. He'll be back in about 15 minutes. I feel like there's a fish in here. What I tell you? Come out of there. Put them in a bag. This ain't in no bag. What the f is this? Oh yeah, it is. He's just a little dog. Make sure he ain't got no lemon. Open your mouth, bro. He trying to get killed. He trying to commit suicide on him. All right, let me just cut the hook off for you, bro, because you tripping. Come on, spin. 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 Stop fucking moving, man. Bruh. This is the worst fish catch ever. All right. Don't poke me, bro. Got that one out. All that work. Cause you wanna get hooked in the back. Little baby. I'm gonna put you back though. Come on. Fish number one. That was a little baby bass, bro. But if he over here, that means he mama over here. That's the one I want. So. This how you, damn. Got a line twist and shit. Uh-oh. Come back up there. Jesus Christ. There we go. They ain't gonna listen, bro.
Stealthy.
Geese don't care nothing about that. Damn, bro, what the fuck?
Excuse me, I'm trying to fish with you.
Please don't land in this pond, though.
Oh, there's jumping. You're messing up my whole fishing thing right now. You see, there was a
I know, man. How the f did this happen, dog?
didn't do it.
I know you didn't, but you kind of did. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so I think. Come on, man. What are you wrapped around? Oh, you hooked on something up there. What? What is it hooked on, man? I literally gotta just cut it. Hand me them scissors. Hand me the scissors, please. Oh, never mind. You already handed me the scissors. So when you hook a fish, just gotta grab them by the bottom of the mouth. They got teeth, but they're not that sharp. So hold them by.
Fish is gonna call you.
Well, what if I'm all the way down the other end of the lake? What you gonna do then? What you gonna do?
Talk on Instagram about how I'm stuck with a fish because you're too far.
All we gotta do is hope it reels in right. But it should. I'll put a spool right here in a minute. All right, so you want to get it to about right here to where this part is kind of in line with the bar. Put this finger in front and two fingers in front, thumb on top, right? So you grab this, then you pop it open, right? You do that before you start every time. So all you gotta do is you rear back, and when you come forward, you let it go like, kind of like mid-arch, right there.
You let your finger go?
Yeah, let your finger go and you launch off, so. See? Before you start reeling again, close it back, pop it back, and then you start reeling. So how you work this particular one, it's a drop shot. So what that means is you actually walk closer to the bank. Walk closer, that's a fish right there. So, stay out of that tree. So the weight is on the bottom, and the string is hanging, then it's the bait up here. Dangling. So what you want to do, you don't gotta do too much, just let it sit there. Every now and then, pop it. You know what I'm saying? Pop it again. Wait about 10 seconds. Reel it up a little bit. Do the same thing.
Okay.
Do that till you get back here, then cast out over there. So, give you a practice cast while I'm standing here. That just let me know I did learn some.
You never did that before?
I never had to do that. All right, so pull this back out a little bit. So boom. So reel it up. There you go. Forward. And it moves faster than you think. So a little bit does a lot. So
This is good?
reel it up some more. All right, so reel it up a little bit more. Look at this. Don't look at that. Look at this. When you start getting close to the top. All right, so once it starts getting like right there, then start looking at forward. That's the other thing. Make sure you reel forward, not backwards.
It's not doing nothing.
I think you unscrewed it. Okay, yeah, there you go. So always reel forward. So once you start getting right there, look at this and try to get it even with this. So stop right there.
Okay.
So cool. So.
And then I take this like this.
Open
and
that.
I open this.
So now it's ready. All you gotta do is reel back, let go. Bam. Cool. So now what you do first? Before you start reeling,
Close this.
close that, now reel.
A little bit.
So reel it until the line gets straight. So hold your rod like right there. Reel it till the line gets straight or straighter.
Like this?
Nah, little.
Oh, I see it.
You see how it's lifting up out of the water?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So right there, it's a pretty good spot. So sit there, Your cast should probably be about maybe like 60 seconds total, like a minute. Let it sit there, dangle it. Nothing happens. Wait about 10 more seconds.
Something bit it.
Really?
Yeah.
Pull up on the rod. Real? You still on there?
No.
Okay. You might have got stuck on something. So stop reeling, pop it, let it sit there. Let it sit there for about 10, 15 seconds. Think about life, you know. Stuff like that. And then whenever you be like, oh shit, I'm fishing, you reel it in again a little bit and then stop and do the same thing. And repeat. And I'll be back shortly. If you get in trouble, just call me. Eat it. Okay. It doesn't matter. It's not. Just eat it. Eat it. Just eat it. You got one? I'm coming. Really fast. He gone? I should have told you what to do when you caught one. My bad, I should have instructed you what to do when you caught one. Did you see what it looked like?
That's what I did there.
Hey. You over there? All right. He's not. I gotta try to get under this fucking tree. How far did you get him in? Did you get him to the bank?
All the way up
To the branch? All right. So when you catch a fish, the way you gotta do it is it's based on tension, right? So you want to keep tension on them, which keeps the hook pinned to them. So if you just sitting there rolling it like this, like you probably were doing, 'cause I didn't tell you, there's plenty of opportunity for the fish to snap off. So you gotta hold your rod tip like high, and you'll see it bend like this. And you keep that bend in it until you're rolling, and you keep it bent until you get them out, and then you swing them up. I didn't. That's my bad, because it was a lot going on. But we can go ahead and move to the other side, though. I see that bird over there. That means it's bad. It's food over there. Which I told you by 8 o'clock they moved to that side of the lake, because it stays shady pretty much till like midday. What you just do? Did you try to cast? Hey, down. All right, stop. Where did it go? So the other thing, don't cast if you're near any trees. Like nowhere near them. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see it. So.
That's fun.
Next, so what do we not do?
We don't cast near that way.
We don't cast near trees. So like, if you're standing here is safe. But since you're still working on aim and stuff, so what you're doing is like letting it go probably like this. So literally focus on letting it go directly in front of you. So try one time for me. Slide to the left. See how I went straight? Flip it. Real. A lot of fishing too is learning the hard way. But the hook set lesson shouldn't have been the hard way. I should have taught you that one. But the whole casting to that tree thing, you'll learn.
Okay.
You'll learn with that one. Like, okay, how do I not do that shit again? And we got lucky that time because we could get it out. But a lot of times, matter of fact, yesterday, it's my bait right now. It's still stuck in that tree down there from yesterday. And I don't consider myself I mean, I'm still a beginner, but you know what I'm saying? I know what I'm doing now. Still, it still happens, bro. Gotcha. Little baby fish. He ain't big, but he'll do. I said he ain't that big, but he'll work for the day. I think it's the same one I almost caught. It's the big fish. Oh no, he just ate it like he was big. Oh no, he's bigger. Not a bad fish. Bigger than the last one, for sure. I think I found where the fish at. Ooh. I want to put it right on there. See that? 1 pound, 9 ounces. I'll take this little 2-pounder, bruh. Alright. Get a good release spot on him. Pretty fish, too. They over here, dog. Come fish over here. Come fish over here.
I'm gonna stay on dry ground.
Okay. Well, walk up and down. Come down here, cause I've been getting bit over here. So I think they in this area. It kind of slopes off right here. Right here. So if you so if you cast kind of that way, kind of work it back down this line right here, you should catch something. Now when you catch them, if you feel the bite, as soon as you feel it, reel up like that. Yeah, and then keep reeling as you do it. All right, so one thing about fishing, the pond that I didn't, or lake that I didn't tell y'all, so pretty much I started out over there on that side and I walked the bank, pretty much casting out like this as far as I could and walking to the bait as I reel. You know what I'm saying? Do that and then cover water. You find out real quick where the fish is at in the pond. Instead of spending time over there doing nothing, look at fish boil right there. Doing nothing, and it ain't nothing over there. You walk around the bank until you get swiped at, get bit, until you start to see some sign of life, you know? And you make a mental note of that area, and then you keep going, and then you come back later on to the area where you got bit at, and then that's when you fish around there, because you know the fish there. So that way you're not wasting time in a spot fishing it, and ain't no fish over there. But if you find the fish, and you put the bait in front of it, usually they'll bite, depending on what you're throwing, depending on what mood they're in. And sometimes as I'm going out, staying still and fish it, if it looked like a pretty good spot, I might make a couple casts instead of one and keep walking, you know? Like that. Like chasing big fish. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. I don't know why I always grunt like that when I cast. Like it's kind of like that when you become a grown man, you start grunting every time you get up and sit down. I guess it's the same thing. I gotta think about it and not do it. Nothing over here. So, boom. So fan casting. When you get your spot, when you find the spot where the fish at, like over there, see where Dime is? Over there in that area, I got bit twice over there, so that let me know that's where the fish was at. I'm gonna come back to that area a little later. But fan casting. So you stand in one spot, cast out in front of you, boom, right in front of you, then to your left, then to your right. Try to avoid little leaves and stuff that be falling in the water. Try to avoid those because it'll mess your run up. So you know, middle, left, right, then diagonal. Or in between left and right, however you want to say it. Because within one of those casts, there's usually, you'll catch a fish. If it's a fish there, he gonna bite on one of them angles. And always do all three, at least. At least always do middle, left, and right. Because sometimes I've done middle and left thinking there's nothing gonna be right in front of me. Throw out right in front of me, got a fish. So once you find your spot, fan cast. But I'm gonna keep walking around this bank till I get bit. I got bit over here in this corner yesterday, so I know they like to chill over here. There's less debris in the water today, so that's even better. Another thing, if you find a piece of water like this in a neighborhood or something like that, go with your gut, man. Sometimes you need to ask and make sure. Actually, all the time, you probably should. But something like this, that I know it's a good, damn, he bit right here, the damn, that I know it's good. But something like this that I know is a good pond, I'll ask to fish it, 'cause I know I'm gonna keep coming back. So that's what I did yesterday. I asked. The lady said it was cool. It's like they know I'm making a video today or something. Alright. Another one. That's number 4. Number 4 for the day. Pretty nice sized fish. I don't know why he curling up like that. He good though. Yeah. Alright. Damn, I don't want to toss him back. But I ain't stepping in the water. So good, he'll be alright. Oh, there you go, there you go. So that's why you fan cast right there, because that fish was literally right in front of me. Let's see if he got any buddies with him. So yeah, I wasn't sure. There I go again with that grunt. I wasn't sure if talking keep me from getting a fish, but apparently not, because he bit right there at my feet. I know walking, if you walk too heavy, that'll spook him a little bit. I'll still walk quiet, toes first to the heels first. Sometimes you'll be walking along the bank and you might step on like a twig or a branch or a tree, a leaf or something like that, or a rock. Don't even make that much noise, but it'll be enough for the fish to scare off if you're close to the bank. So that's why you want to try to walk as light as possible. And that's the other thing. Don't just come to the bank and cast straight out in front of you. Parallel to the bank is the best method for fishing in general. Sometimes you can't do it like that because, angles and trees and all type of shit. It's not always the best and most convenient, but do as parallel as possible to the bank. Either right up on the bank if you got cover up there, or about 4 or 5 feet from the bank and try to reel back to you from there. And then work your way out from there. So I'm that's probably like 14 feet from the bank. But I can see that even though it's a bank, it slopes off. So you see right here, I don't know if I can see it now. You see right here in the water, where you can see the sandy part and then it gets dark right there. That's where it slopes off at. And fish like to hang out on slopes like that because they can pin the bait fish up against it like a barrier. So they can't run nowhere. They pin them up against that and they gone. So, there go my squirrel right there. If you see a squirrel, most of the time you're not gonna get bit if you cast over there, I ain't gonna lie. But sometimes if you see a squirrel and you can tell he eating, you might get lucky. Sometimes he kind of far. and you don't really have a choice but to do that. Cast right to it, because you can't reach past it. But so do that if you can, but that's when you gotta work on soft landings of the bait in the water, which I'll talk about in another video. All right, it's real quiet back here in this cut. So it's probably a fish somewhere on here. See, he just swiped at it. Twitch it. Twitch it. Got it. Oh, he came off. He came off. He came off. That's my fault. I saw how little he was and let off the tension on him. But see what I mean? Sometimes you can look and see. Oh, there's probably a fish over there. Type thing. Eat it again, though. And you gonna get off this time. I don't think that was the same one that swiped at it the first time. Yeah, caught a few. Caught a few. Good little day. What's going on, girl? It's a pretty morning. Yeah. Have a good one. Thought Dom did have a fish. I should probably be close to her. I'm trying to teach her how to fish. But let me hurry up. A lot of times if you cast back where you were, like 15, a couple minutes, 4-5 minutes later, the fish that was there, he'll be back. Cause they find those spots and they be posted up. So, stay down. I know there's fish over here. Look fishy as hell. I can smell it. You know what's crazy? I downloaded this app. And it's supposed to tell you when it's a good day and a bad day to fish. Today was the highest day to fish this week. And I've caught the most fish I caught all week today. Eat it. But yeah, that lady, she don't know I asked permission to fish this pond. But you see, she wasn't tripping, right? Most people, man, they be... I've only been ran off one time, but I was with my boy Chi. White dude came up. It was hella no trespassing signs up there, though. We probably shouldn't have been there. But it was an old spot he used to fish at. He said they used to get trip. I'm like, bruh, that nigga came out there. What part of no trespassing don't you understand? I wanted to be like, the trespassing part, nigga. But that nigga probably had a strap. I ain't had no strap, nothing. So I let Chaz do all the talking. I ain't say shit. I just walked. We about to leave anyway. It was a terrible fishing spot, so I wasn't tripping. I'm starting to get hungry. But yeah, back to what I was saying. So you walk around the edge of the bank and you walk around as much as you can. As much edge as you can. Cover as much water as you can. And then you, once you do, work your way back. Work your way back the way you started at, or wherever your center point is. And another tip, don't wear headphones when you're fishing, bro. You gotta be one with nature. You gotta be one with the ocean, the moon, and the stars. Nah, but for real, don't wear headphones because you'll miss stuff. Like a blow up, all right, cool. But you can literally tell, or you can literally see bait fish coming up out the water sometimes because they're being chased by bass trying to eat them. But if you got your headphones on, you're not gonna hear that. And if you see that happening, throw right past it and reel to it. Cause that means they're actively feeding right there. It ain't just a regular blow up. They're like actually feeding. So it's the perfect time, and they come to the top of the water to do it. So it's the perfect time to throw a topwater bait, such as a whopper plopper. I have a chop. I like throwing choppos because they make more noise, but it's a plopper. It's a plopper bait. Either way, the different ploppers have different sounds. The one I'm fishing today is called a whopper plopper. The only reason why I'm fishing this is because one, I saw the color of the bait fish and it didn't match anything I had really for in the whopper plopper or in the plopper bait category. So I went out and got this little girl and they are killing it. Like I just heard that, I don't know if y'all heard it, but I heard fish chasing bait over here behind me just now. I might not cast back to it because I'm gonna start focusing more on down now. I done caught my four bass today. That puts me at 7 for the week. I need 3 more. My goal was to get 10. Need 3 more. Okay, I'll cast over that one more time. Just in case. If you think I can cast back through that, you tripping. Off of that. I know I had him pinned good. He must not have been hooked like that. So that's 2 fish that I didn't get in. So really that's like, I done caught 6 today. Damn, that weather out was right. Well, that fishing out was right as Let's see, that's the perfect example of what I meant. If I had got a bit earlier than that spot you got off. That was a bigger one though. But the point was to come back to the spots where you got bit in. Because they might not be in the mood, but they forget quick. Down. What's up, player? That's why you don't wear headphones, because you can't hear nothing. You broke it. What you break? What did you break? Oh, you got line twists. You tried to reel without flipping the thing first, didn't you?
No, I was fighting with the fish.
How long ago did that?
When he was about to run over here.
Why you ain't say nothing then?
Because you look like you were like in the zone.
I mean, I was, but that don't mean you don't.
So I didn't want to interrupt
You
it.
just sit over here doing nothing all day. Did you see on my Instagram? I was like, are you not on Instagram right now like that? When I was like, my goal was to catch 10 bass this week. I'm at 7 right now. I caught 4 today. That little baby one, I gotta count him. Just because of how he was hooked. Bro, you got hooked in your head, bro. I gotta count you. So count that one. So right now I'm at 7. Supposed to go fishing with my dad this afternoon. Might f around and get 10 today. What time is it? 9:52. See, right now, the fish are 2 places.
Where they at? Where they at?
They real shallow up against the coast, up against the edge,
Shade?
because they follow in the shade, right? So anywhere out
Why
here,
don't fish like this one?
because they don't have eyelids to cover it, to block it from the sunlight. So they have to use for cover. That's why they call it cover, I guess. So like they'll use the posts from the docks and hide right up on them to shade it. You know what I'm saying? Or they under the dock. It's probably about 4 or 5 bass under here right now, but just ain't f***ing with it because they can hear us walking and they can feel the vibration. So they kind of make them know there's somebody near. So that's why it's good to get longer casts out there so you can hit them before they know you're there. But right now, the shade, like it's probably a fish sitting right where the shade start.
Throw it out there.
I might not be able to make it there. We'll see though. All right, top water bite's over. Just grab everything you can in the hand and come on. I'll fix it later.
You got like so many
I was fishing with
options.
that
Why do you have so many
earlier.
options?
Cause you need them. Cause fish be moody, man. Fish are moody. They're not smart, they're just moody. Whenever they're in the mood for it, they'll eat. If they're not in the mood for it, they won't eat it. So you just kind of gotta like try different shit until you figure out what mood they're in. And what they're not in the mood for is that motherfucker. Cause he don't look right and he smell funny. I agree, I wouldn't eat that if I was a fish neither. Cause when I did it, I was just reeling it in. I looked down and there was fish, little bait fish swimming beside it, and it literally looked exactly like. I'm like, oh, this is gonna work. I don't know if I even need that underspin on it. I can't even fish my jig. I mean, I could throw that black and blue on there. I wanna be where you are. Oh. Please don't get hung in this tree. Damn, I missed it anyway. I can't believe, bro. I wanted to fish a jig today.